Testing, testing. Okay, should be fine. I'll just get comfortable. Hello everyone, PokeSuutamie here, your local community translator. So let me just fix my mic and let's get started. So I actually want to not mess around with the noble battle at the moment. I want to just kind of like over level to make things a little bit easier, because I'm not in the mood for even a little bit of difficulty at the moment. And it's not even that difficult, I should just do it. But yeah, just that kind of day. Well, so yeah. Oh. Oh, Imadekimasen. Can't evolve now. Now it should be fine. So thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm probably only gonna stream again for about an hour today. It's just been a crazy busy day. I'm tired, but I won't be able to stream over the weekend, so now is pretty much the only opportunity for this week. So I figured I'd get it out of, well, not get it out of the way, but do it so I know I've done it this week. Please don't hesitate to drop a comment in the chat. I'd love to talk with everybody. I might be a bit slow sometimes though, that's all. That's a funny piece of grass. Don't know. Actually, I know what I want to get. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, that was a terrible throw. So for today's play, I don't have like any massive goals that I want to complete before finishing. Maybe just level up a bit, and that should be fine. That's all I pretty much want to get done. So. Oh, see, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, I'm really excited for the games, but as much as I hate myself for, I'm still kind of disappointed that it's not Australia, because I was so ready for it to be Australia region. And like, I'm Australian, so I really miss home, because I haven't been able to go back during the whole pandemic. So I was really hoping for an Australian region, just so I'd have that like little bit of a cure for homesickness. Even though like I'm planning to visit home sometime in the next few months. In the next few months anyway. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm just still a little bit upset, but it can't be helped. It's not the end of the world. As for what team I'm on, I'm still undecided. Like, I think both Miraidon and Koraidon look pretty cool. I I'd say Miraidon just barely wins, in my opinion. But I also prefer the Scarlet Professor, so yeah, I'm undecided, but I'll probably get both when they release the double box, so waste my money on that, just so I don't need to decide. And hello, Bionic. I don't know why I had so much trouble with that word. Hello, Bionic Redneck. Yeah, I did. It's very interesting. I know nothing about science. I'm probably one of the most dumb people you'll ever meet. Like, science, maths, none of that really makes sense to me. So, like, I don't understand the technicalities of that theory, but it's definitely interesting. I can see it being something that they go with, like Game Freak goes with. But, like, I'm still trying to figure out, with all those kinds of theories and with the likelihood that it will be kind of like based on the present or like timelessness or forever lasting, etc., etc. I'm trying to think of what kind of name would fit in with Koraidon and Miraidon that would explain any of those words in Japanese. And it's really hard to figure out. I'm just constantly going through a list of different words in my head, and I found out a few that are close, but also a bit too much of a stretch to be real. Yeah, and you know that's what they count on. You can't decide which one you want, so you'll just get both so they get more money. But like, I did that with Sword and Shield, and I've still barely played Sword. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I played Shield, so I've barely touched Sword still. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a very lore-heavy game. But at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it being lore-heavy while also having it being like explore at your own pace. Because, yeah, it's hard to kind of balance those two well. So it's going to be a very kind of interesting experiment, I guess. Yeah, it's hard to kind of figure out what's real and what's fake nowadays. I just want more like concept art. Even if it's fake, I don't care. They're just fun to translate. Why do I keep on throwing Pokeballs? But yeah. I guess I'm thinking we'll either get something like a treehouse or a direct soon, so hopefully we'll find out more. I think it's about time we got like actual gameplay. Because when you look at it, November, and it's June now, so June, July, August, September, October, November, it's not that far away. No new concept art leaks. I think the last lot of concept art leak we got was probably not the Diglett, was it? Was it the Diglett? I think so. But nothing since then. I don't follow the other, like the Riddler crew leaks that much. It's all a bit much, honestly. I'm not good at figuring out riddles, so I don't really try. And his personality is something else. So I have enough childishness to deal with my own child, so. But that's neither here nor there. But I also read that maybe there's a little bit of truth into the Diglett leak that I translated a while ago. So I don't know how much, but there was hints towards there being some reality to it. So that will be interesting, I guess. Yeah, you'd think we'd know about it by now. Like, that's something we should have definitely gotten in the last trailer. But I feel like because they haven't given the name yet, the name's probably going to kind of like have a lot of hints towards the story. Like, that's the only reason why they wouldn't have given it yet, I think. Nearby, are you coming to talk? Please don't knock the microphone, cat. Yeah, like from what I understand, that concept art is fake. Which, no big surprise there. I thought it as I was translating it. Like, if I remember correctly, the Japanese wasn't particularly bad. It was just all super, super simple. Whereas, like, concept arts, they're not always more detailed, but they, at least for the Pokemon, are a little bit... God, I did it again. Are a little bit more detailed than what that was. So, but, like, I think Riddler Crew mentioned something about that fake art actually nailing it. So maybe we are getting a ground flying Diglett that spurts from the ground like a geyser. Which will be interesting. And we did see something like a hint of that in the trailer. Like, it looked like some kind of geyser bursting out in one particular scene. So that's very fascinating. Come on, horsey. So I guess we'll find out about that at some point, though. Greece would be interesting. So would Egypt, but... yeah, I need an Australian region. If it happens, it would be cool. Like, I've never even once used Dunsparce. So maybe it would be good to actually have a reason to. Because other than, like, it possibly getting an evolution, I'm never going to use Dunsparce. Oh, I think my bag is full. No? Yeah. Oh, I don't want to deal with bagging. I want to get a Ponyta. There we go. Yeah, it was really cute, but unfortunately, it was pretty obvious to be fake from the get-go. Oh. I'm still quite intrigued by the Free Coco one. Because the Japanese in that was solid. Like, I even had Esan look at it and he couldn't figure out any weird points, so... Yeah, that would be cool. But... another ride Pokemon in Legends. Okay, I wanna level up this horse. What am I doing here? I wish there was some way we could have gotten Galarian Ponyta in this game, like the same way we were able to get the Vulpix. Like, even if it was just one, it would be cool to have seen it in this game. And obviously there are some ties to Galar because of Lavington. God, I miss having the wild Pokemon. Well, why do I keep on doing that? Well, that was absolutely pointless. So I'm just gonna basically level up this Ponyta a bit just so I can kind of make easy work of the Clevo Noble. Nebby, are you talking to everybody? Sorry, my cat's sitting next to me, so... Is there any other Pokemon that you'd like to see get an evolution, like an existing Pokemon? No, my laptop is still surviving. It needs to survive for a little bit longer. I can't afford a new laptop at this time. So, until I can, which will be quite a while away, it's gonna need to survive with the dodgy screen. But I'm going to visit Australia in probably August. And my dad works on computers, so hoping he might be able to get something fixed. And sorry, S-Sun is dancing around the room now. But yeah, hopefully my dad should be able to fix it. He should have the parts needed to kind of like screw everything that's loose back in. Honey, oh my. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't kind of give Florges more forms because it would be such an easy one to do with the regions. Oh, interesting choice. But it would totally make sense in the idea of a Spanish region. So I could see it happening, but maybe Game Freak forgot about that Pokemon. That's the thing, like I feel like there's so many Pokemon that Game Freak has just forgotten about. That's a big boy. Whoop. さん、ちょっとおいで。I think he's going to have a shower. I'll get him to say hello once he's done. Actually, beyond my computer being broken, yesterday he was backing up his phone, tripped over the cable of his external drive, and it broke. So that's another problem we're having with technology. And the quote to get the hard drive fixed, it was 10 terabytes with 6 terabytes of data used, was about, I'm not exactly sure with the exchange rate, but it was close to probably around $1,900. What would you prefer, like a Dunsparce evolution or a Dunsparce regional form? Like, evolutions are fun, but I kind of prefer regional forms of already existing Pokemon because it's kind of fun to see a completely different take. Like, evolution, it's just building on what's already there, but regional is just extremely changing everything. So it feels like a bit more of a fun twist. Yeah, I can get that. I don't want to fight you. Stay away. Personally, I hope eventually we get like some more Mimikyu forms. Because that feels like another Pokemon with a bit of wasted potential. Yeah, and as much as the rumors are prevalent, I don't see us returning to get like more Mega Evolutions. I think they're pretty much finished with that journey, unfortunately. So any Pokemon that doesn't have a Mega Evolution at the moment, I think just isn't getting one. Whoop, that was a close call. Nope, I do not want to jump off that cliff. But yeah. Feels like the Starlies are bigger than usual. Are they always that size? Or am I just like forgetting stuff and being dumb? Like, I can't be running into only big Starlies, right? guess I should actually do the battle. Instead of just wandering around like this. Do something actually useful. I just feel like I'm not in the right state of mind for even a slight bit of challenge at the moment. Yeah, maybe it's wishful thinking, but I feel like that's what they're going to do. Because, like, it looks like a baby Gorochu, even more so than Pikachu or Raichu does. And because Pormy did get, not Pormy, the release of Gorochu did get such a positive reaction, I feel like they'd be dumb not to take advantage of it. Hey son, you're being so noisy. Come say hello. Come say hello.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, toy sugi.
Hello everyone.
I don't know if you could hear him.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah.
That's good. And now because he's down here, all the cats are meowing for food. Huh? Just ignore him. I mean, it's a pig.
I don't care. My HDD.
It could be like... I don't know exactly what to expect, but I'm not expecting much. Like, more so than the appearance of Lechonk or the strength or whatever, like, as an evolution, the name needs to be good. Like, if the name for Lechonk isn't good, that's when it's gonna be disappointing. Oh, my cats are talking too, but S-san is here. But because S-san is here, they're meowing as loud as possible because they want him to feed him. They want him to feed them more, even though they had food earlier. They started off as my cats before I met S-san, but pretty much after he entered the scene, they became his cats. Yeah, I read a little bit about that. Oh, arigato. He just bought me some lemon juice. S-san did. Yeah, it would definitely be interesting. I feel like Pokemon with inbuilt rivalries, they don't really do that as much as they should. Like, I feel like we haven't had a proper one since Sevipe and Zangoose, but we did have the, what was it? Oh, I can't remember the English name at the moment. Like, the kind of poisonous sea bug kind of creature in Alola. I really can't think of the English name at the moment. And it had a rival too, but I don't remember which one it was. Like, they used to pick on a certain Pokemon. I know they pick on Corsola. Sorry, S-san is making as much noise as he possibly can. Oh, where is he? You go to bed soon? Yep, that's it. Marini. Thank you for that. Oh. I should. 今から寝る？まだまだ ?OK。まあそうね。11時だけね。バイバイ。So yeah. Nani, Hachi-chan? He didn't give you food, did he? That's so mean. I think her English name is Nemio? Something like that. Her Japanese name is Nemo. And the English name is kind of like that, plus extra sounds. I'm pretty certain that the evil team will probably be the team rivaling whatever house, school, whatever that you're in, like as a player character. Where am I going? Where am I? Oh, that's where I am. One thing that I'm interested in seeing, since it is past versus future, I wonder if they're going to incorporate something from like history. Like, I'm sure they'll figure out some way about including the history in forms of Pokemon, especially the more popular ones. But yeah, like, will maybe Volo make an appearance? Because you know he's found a way to travel through time. So yeah. I think Nemo is kind of like a slightly altered take on the friendly rival. Like, she has a little bit of Barry in the fact that she has confidence, but she seems smarter. Like, she's a smart rival with confidence that, like, she helps you, but, like, you can see her being happy to beat you at the same time. Like, she's not gonna necessarily hold your hand through everything, which will be an interesting take on the rival. I feel like we haven't had anything quite like that. And I'm pretty sure one of the websites mentioned that she's adept at battling. So maybe we'll finally have a rival with good AI. and that like can actually use strategy in battles other than just doing random stupid shit. Hello, Jelu? Sorry, I completely butchered your name then. Yeah, like his battle wasn't that hard, but I do like him as a character. Like, as a character, he makes a lot of sense. I understand his intentions. And I think I mentioned it before. I like how his reveal was slowly built up. Nani, Hachi-chan? Nani? Sorry, now my cat is making as much noise as humanly, not humanly, but as much noise as possible. Thank you everybody that's tuning in at the moment. I really appreciate it. I'm not doing anything particular special in today's stream. I'm just spending some time leveling up, gathering materials, that kind of stuff. Yes, I live in Japan. I'm not Japanese, but I live in Japan. I've lived here for about 10 years now. So my Japanese is pretty good. And my husband is Japanese, so about 90% of my daily life is in Japanese. Well, if they're going to input a difficulty option, I feel like now will be the best time. Like, I feel like if they don't implement it in Scarlet and Violet, it's never going to happen. Because they're doing so many other new things in Scarlet and Violet, and this seems like one of the smaller things that they could do that would make a huge difference. And in Scarlet and Violet, I think they're going to really need to focus on appealing both to the younger players and the new players, as well as the OG, more experienced players. And of course, like a difficulty option that you can actually have at the start of the game instead of at the end of the game, like Black and White for some reason had, would be a good way to kind of like cover all those bases. I'm honestly I'm honestly surprised we didn't get it for Legends. That's a strange face. I don't think we're going to be getting that in... What? What? You've got food. Sorry, one of my cats thinks he's starving even though he has food. I don't think we're going to be able to control the camera. If we do, it will be a lot less dynamic than what it is in Legends. I feel like as much as that should be like an overall mechanic for all games, I think that's going to be a Legends exclusive mechanic. Because we haven't really seen any hints of it in the trailers. And since there have been wild Pokemon battle scenes, I feel like we would have seen that by now if it was actually a part of the games. Honestly, if they do remake Black and White, I'm not sure I'll buy it. Because my problem with Black and White was I just couldn't get into the story, so I never got far. So the remakes would be the same. I feel like we're gonna be getting something Johto though. Like before we get Black and White remakes, we're gonna be getting something Johto. Yeah, kind of more interactions would be nice. Because I remember, like, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was just nice being able to, like, look back at your Pokemon and communicating. Even though, but of course, back in those days it was all pixels, but still. Like, the way you can interact with your Pokemon in... Oh, get out of the way. The way you can interact with your Pokemon in Legends is nice. But it would, especially in this kind of like semi-open world, it would be nice to be able to have them follow for sure. Like, it feels like we've only got half of what it could be and half of what it should be. What's my favorite gen? Definitely 2. But also, basically anything with Johto I love. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, normal Gold, Silver, Stadium 2. Basically, if it's Johto based, I love it. And that's why, like, we've gotten so many Johto hints recently that I did it again. I feel like we're going to need to get something Johto based. Hello! Hello, Mello. Which Mello? Which would you prefer? Full name, last name. Thanks for tuning in. I'll probably stay on for another 20 or so minutes. Because I am getting tired. I was already tired, but still. Oh god, no. Like, I like Kanto, but we've had enough. But I feel like they're gonna need to give us a Kanto Legends eventually if it keeps on getting popular. But I feel like Kanto is probably one of the regions that has the least potential for Legends. Because there's not a great deal of lore in Kanto. Especially like more historic lore. I feel like a lot of the history in Kanto is more kind of like recent history, like when they were creating Mewtwo and all that. Pokemon, for me, I started getting interested probably when I was 8 or 9. My baby cousin, he was a few years younger than me. He loves Pokemon. And I used to watch it with him because it was something that only the boys liked. So watching it with him was my excuse. And then I borrowed a friend's brother's game to play for a little bit. And after that, the only time I've put Pokemon down since then is for Black and White. If it's Legends, I think the next Legends would be more open world than what this Legends is. Because they're gonna have the experience from Scarlet and Violet, so the next Legends will be definitely more open world than this. If it's Let's Go style, it won't be open world. Because Let's Go is more so to appeal for more casual gamers and also super young kids. So I can't see them going open world ever with a Let's Go style game. But I'd personally be happy with both. I feel like we need to get a Legends Johto at some point. But for personal reasons, I'd also be really happy with a Let's Go Johto, so... It's good even when a Gen 1er knows there's been enough of Gen 1. But hey, look, if we get a Johto, that's a perfectly acceptable reason to be visiting Kanto again. So yeah. Oh, we have 6 people watching at the moment. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you want, please drop a comment. I'm not good at talking, but I'm trying my best. So if you'd like to ask any questions or just give opinions, share opinions, what you think about Legends, what you think about Scarlet and Violet coming up, please do so. I'd love to talk. Honestly, I don't have any yet. I'm still trying to figure out everything about YouTube myself. The one thing I've really learned so far at the moment is regular content helps. Like if you can update as often as possible, that's a huge benefit. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that, so yeah, it's not the best, but if you can update regularly, it's best to do so. But yeah, like I said, I'm still super new to this whole YouTube thing. I'm new to streaming, I'm new to making videos, I'm new to thinking about content. So maybe in a year's time I can give better advice. But for now, that's all I've got. Actually, S-Sun also has a YouTube and he's doing pretty good so far. He makes like pro models, like those. I guess he wouldn't call them those, but yeah. So, he's going at a bit more of a relaxed pace than I am. But I think, yeah, his kind of method of it is if you're doing something you'd be doing anyway, and you're just recording it and editing it and putting it up online, it doesn't feel like work. Oh, wow. You must have taken good care of them then. I've got like no cards from back when I was a kid. I've still probably got the games, but I don't know where my mum and dad packed them away after I left Australia. But I'm actually thinking about when I go back to Australia in August, I'll probably have a search for them. But God knows where they are. I might not even be able to find them. Because I have so much stuff packed in boxes there. If you do go ahead with YouTube, I wish you the best of luck. Sorry that I'm just wandering around aimlessly, everybody. If you guys want, I'll go battle the Noble now, but I'll probably suck because my level of hand-eye coordination and actually like critical thinking at the moment is low. Because I'm so tired, but that's gonna be the normal state of me, so... Oops. Which is why I keep on throwing Pokeballs at trees. You look like a big boy. A slightly bigger boy. Oh, wow. You did take good care of your stuff. Nope. It's at the very end of the game. So it's gonna take a while longer. Like, I could probably just like pull it off somebody else's YouTube, but that doesn't feel right, so I'll slowly get to it eventually. And like I said before, I figured I might as well stream while I do it, so yeah, that video might take a while, sorry. I'll get to it eventually. Like, once I've got that dialogue, it shouldn't be that hard to actually finish the video. But it's just getting to that dialogue. Make some space in my bag. So I'm actually going to have my wisdom tooth removed tomorrow. So I usually prefer streaming on Fridays and the weekend. So it's Friday for me tomorrow. But I'm guessing I'm probably not going to be able to talk tomorrow. So if that is the case, yeah, no streams for this weekend. But hopefully it should be better by next week. So I'll get back onto the streaming game probably next week. If my pain isn't too bad, I'll probably stream. But yeah. Hello, thank you for joining. Starter. It's really hard because I really like Free Coco's design. Like, it looks so cute. But I'm a huge cat lady. So I feel like I'd be betraying that part of myself if I don't get Nyauha. Spargatio? I can never say its English name. So I'm just going to call it Nyauha. I feel like I'd be betraying that cat lady's part of myself if I don't get Nyauha. So I'll probably wait and see what the evolutions are and then decide. But Craxley is really cute too. What's everybody else leaning towards for their starter in Scarlet and Violet? Seriously, the Starlies just look so unnaturally large. Maybe it's just my imagination. But yeah, tomorrow before I have my dentist appointment, I'll be recording a few videos and hopefully I can upload them over the weekend. And I've also got a few translation pieces I need to get done, which I should be able to share soon. So, even if I'm not able to talk and stream, I am planning to do other things, so. The dialogue is the same, but like the particular dialogue that I'm searching for, how can I explain it? It's more like what's being said is the same as in the English version, but it's the cultural context of it and the cultural importance of how it's being said. So the part I'm looking at is actually near the end where you're about to fight Dialga or Palkia, or you've just fought them, I don't remember which one. And Kamado is there with you along with Irida and Adaman. And because of panic, Kamado's way of speech changes. In English, it just becomes like a bit more gruff, I'd say, a bit more casual. But in Japanese, it goes from being standard Japanese to being Kansai-ben, which is particularly important culture-wise connected to Pokemon because standard Japanese is generally associated with the Tokyo area, which is Kanto, whereas Kansai-ben is associated with Johto, which is, of course, not Johto, Kansai. Kansai-ben is naturally associated with Kansai, which is what the Johto region is based on. There we go, I got it out the right way. So the fact that he slips out of Tokyo standard Japanese to speaking Kansai-ben goes to kind of like the belief that he's originally from Johto. And even like in real life, a lot of people that are born and raised in Kansai, they of course speak Kansai-ben because it's what they've been surrounded by their whole life. Even I speak Kansai-ben because a majority of my time in Japan has been in Kansai. The only other areas I've lived outside of Kansai was a place called Fukui, and they have their own kind of dialect. But yeah, out of my like in total 12 years in Japan, whoops, okay, I didn't die. Out of my total 12 years in Japan, probably 11 and a half, god damn it, 11 and a half of those years were spent in Kansai. So I speak Kansai-ben because it's where I've learnt a good majority of my Japanese. And even my Japanese teacher at university in Australia, she was from Kansai. So she tried to speak standard Japanese as much as possible, but because she knew I had a habit to speak Kansai-ben, she'd speak to me in Kansai-ben, which was really nice. But yeah, generally, a lot of people that do speak Kansai-ben naturally, they can speak standard Japanese as well. Because Kansai-ben tends to be looked down upon. Like it's considered rough, impolite, etc., etc. So like, especially if somebody from Kansai moves to the Tokyo area, or basically any other area in Japan, they tend to change their way of speaking to be more standard. Unless they just don't care. In that case, they'll just keep on speaking Kansai-ben. Okay, I might get to the certain point soon and then finish tonight. And my next stream, I'll actually do the noble fight properly. Maybe if I can, I might train up a little bit off screen in between, but I'll see how I feel and how much actual free time I have. On the off chance it is not that I'll be able to catch it, I want to see if the Gyarados is normal. Yep, it's normal. But like I said, at the moment with just normal Pokeballs, I wouldn't be able to catch it anyway. Okay, I'll just go over to the tree. Where's he going? And I'll probably call it an end for tonight. Oh, my back is clicking in ways it shouldn't click. One thing that I do absolutely love about Legends though is like the interactions with some of the wild Pokemon. They did that so well, like it feels like the Pokemon have so much personality now. Like they're gonna need to do the same in Scarlet or Violet. Otherwise it's just not gonna live up, I think. Because like the little things like Bidoof walking up to you, or like the Sphere just rolling around, that just kind of has like so much more personality in life. Yeah, that makes sense. Make sure that you actually like the game first before spending the extra money. Whoops. The prices weren't announced in the trailer, right? Only the release date. There you go, my weird team that I've put barely no work into. Okay, so everybody, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the time you've spent here listening to me talk, watching me play but get absolutely nowhere. It really means a lot. I appreciate the support. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good day, night, whatever it is in your time zone. And hopefully we get more news about Scarlet and Violet soon, even if it's just leaks or concept art, which is usually fake, but still just fun to look at. Anyway, yep, once again, thank you very much, everybody, and I'll see you next time. I'll try to get a video out tomorrow, so look forward to that. And now it's time to say, mata ne, bye bye.